Welcome to American Nightmares. Hey, horror fiends, welcome back to American Nightmares, where we rip open the darkest, most gut-wrenching, true, and twisted tales from America's underbelly. Tonight, we're heading to a sleepy Ohio town in 2022, where a loner named Carl Weaver kept a secret in his basement so vile, it'd make your skin crawl. When a nosy neighbor and a rookie cop stumbled into his house, they found something far worse than a skeleton in the closet, a nightmare that's still creeping through the shadows. Smash that subscribe button, hit the bell, and drop your own spooky basement stories in the comments. Lock the cellar door, dim the lights, and let's dive into this American Nightmares terror. It was October 15, 2022 in Millfield, Ohio, a nowhere town where cornfields stretched endless under a gray sky, and the only excitement was the Friday night high school football game. Carl Weaver, a 52-year-old handyman, lived in a sagging two-story house on the edge of town, its paint peeling like old skin, windows boarded, and a rusty mailbox leaning like it was drunk. Carl was a loner, gaunt, gray beard, eyes that didn't meet yours, always in work boots and a stained flannel. Folks called him quiet but nice, fixing pipes or mowing lawns for cheap. He kept to himself, never invited folks over, and his basement door was always padlocked, chain rattling like a warning. Jake Palmer, 34, lived next door, a mechanic with a loud laugh and a knack for poking his nose where it didn't belong. Jake had been watching Carl for months, noticing weird stuff, late-night shovel clangs from the backyard, strange smells like rot drifting over the fence, and that basement window glowing green some nights, like something alive was down there. "Guy's hiding something," Jake told his wife Lila over beers. Lila, a nurse, rolled her eyes. "He's just weird, Jake. Leave him be." But Jake couldn't shake it. Carl's truck was gone most days, but at night he'd hear whispers, like voices arguing through the walls. On October 15, a storm rolled in, thunder rattling windows. Jake, restless, grabbed a flashlight and crept to Carl's fence, peeking at the house. The basement window flickered green, and a low hum, like a chant, slipped out. Jake's gut screamed to run, but curiosity won. He hopped the fence, heart pounding, and peered through the window. The basement was dim, dirt floor, walls scratched with symbols, a spiral claw from prior stories, glowing faint. A pentagram, smeared in what looked like blood, pulsed in the center, and something moved, a shadow, too tall, eyes red as embers, staring right at Jake. He stumbled back, dropping his flashlight, its beam catching a pile of bones in the corner, small, human-like, but wrong. Jake bolted home, calling the Millfield PD. "Something's wrong at Carl's place. Bones, weird symbols. Check it out." Rookie cop Sarah Klein, 28, took the call, her first big case. She'd heard whispers about Carl. Town gossip said he'd been off since his wife vanished in 2010. No trace, no questions. Sarah drove to Carl's, rain hammering her cruiser, her partner, Officer Dan Holt, grunting about wasting time. They knocked, but Carl didn't answer. The door was unlocked, creaking open to a dark living room, the air thick with that rot smell. "Police," Sarah called, her flashlight sweeping the room, landing on a photo of Carl and a woman, his wife maybe, her face scratched out. Sarah's radio crackled, dispatch warning about the storm. "Be quick," Dan said, but Sarah's gut said stay. They found the basement door, padlock busted, chain on the floor. "Something ain't right," she whispered, drawing her gun. Dan nodded, following her down creaky wooden stairs, the air getting colder, thicker, like breathing mud. The basement was a nightmare. Dirt floor damp, walls carved with spiral claws, oozing black ichor. The pentagram glowed faint, blood-crusted, and the bone pile Jake saw was real. Dozens, small, some fresh, some old, skulls too tiny for adults. A rusted shovel leaned against the wall, stained red. Sarah's flashlight caught a journal, pages torn, Carl's writing scrawled. "It needs more. It's hungry." A low hum started, the walls vibrating, whispers hissing from nowhere. Sarah Klein, October 16, 2022. Her name, her voice, but twisted, like a dead thing mimicking her. Dan froze, his gun shaking. "What the hell is that?" he hissed. A shadow moved, tall, thin, red eyes glowing, claws like knives. It wasn't Carl. It lunged, and Sarah fired, the bullet hitting nothing but air, the shadow vanishing. The hum grew, the pentagram pulsing, and the bones rattled, like they were trying to stand. They ran upstairs, calling for backup, but the radio spat static, a voice crooning, "You can't leave." The front door wouldn't budge, windows blacked out, the house alive. Sarah's phone glitched, recording a voicemail. "Dan Holt, tonight." They searched for Carl, finding his bedroom, empty, bed unmade, a mirror cracked, reflecting their faces but wrong, eyes hollow, skin gray, grins bleeding. "We gotta get out," Dan said, voice breaking, but the basement door slammed open, the hum louder, pulling them back. October 16, visions hit Sarah. 1910, the house built on an old burial ground. Workers unearthing bones, a spiral claw carved his stone. Carl's wife, Ellen, in 2010, found the stone, chanted to it, offering blood to a thing below. It answered, demanding sacrifices, children, drifters, anyone lost. Ellen vanished, but Carl continued, feeding it bones, keeping it quiet. The journal named victims, runaways, hitchhikers, kids from nearby towns, all buried below. Sarah saw herself in the vision, chanting with Carl, her eyes white, spiral claw on her chest. That night, Dan was gone. His gun lay by the basement stairs, blood smeared, a voicemail playing. "Dan Holt, we have you." Sarah, alone, heart hammering, found Carl in the backyard, digging a new hole, his eyes empty. "It's hungry," he muttered, shovel red with fresh blood. She cuffed him, but the ground shook, the pentagram glowing through the dirt. Carl laughed. "You looked in the mirror." Sarah's phone recorded her scream, static hissing. Sarah Klein. Now. October 17, the house was a trap, walls pulsing, whispers chanting her name. Sarah found a gas can in the garage, yelling, "Fire kills curses." She doused the pentagram, lit a match, blue flames roaring, unnatural, the shadows screaming. The bones burned, the spiral claw cracking, the house quaking. Sarah ran, the front door bursting open, rain soaking her as she stumbled to a cruiser. Carl was gone, the shovel left, spiral claw etched in the handle. Her phone played one last voicemail. "It's still here." Backup arrived, finding no bones, no pentagram, just a scorched basement. Delusion, they said, ignoring Sarah's spiral claw scar, burning her arm. Carl vanished, no trace. The house was razed, but locals swear the ground hums at night, voices whispering. Sarah quit the force, moving to Columbus, her scar itching in the dark. Ohio forums buzz, 2022 disappearances near Millfield, mirrors showing dead faces. The curse waits, hungry for more. Horror fiends, that basement just clawed your soul. This true American nightmare's tale of Carl Weaver's 2022 Ohio House of Horrors, bones, blood, and a curse that's still hungry proves some secrets don't stay buried. That twist, the ground still humming, got you shook? Smash that like button and subscribe to American Nightmares for more true terrors. Got a creepy basement story of your own? Spill it in the comments. We're dying to hear it. Hit the bell to catch every scare and share this video to spread the fright. Until the next door creaks open, keep your flashlight close and your courage closer. This is American Nightmares, fading into the dark. Stay haunted.